Hello. Okay, let me go to my redeems. Okay, we're on the page. Okay, it's loaded. Welcome, gamers. Back with another Friday edition of Mario. Sorry, not Mario. What? I said this guy said Mario. It's Hatsune Miku. Yes, it's Miku Picross. And as you know, every week we have a different character. Okay. Now, last week we had Mako. This time is Len. There he is, Len. There's Len right there. Oh, he's got glasses, just like me. Look, we're twins. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. All right, welcome Deffins, welcome Chocojacks, welcome Duck, welcome Mooney, welcome Nutritious, Zoli, Stream Elements, the Slime Molder, Potato, Random Pie Man. Yeah, they put Wolfie in the game. I'm literally on the table. I'm standing on the table right now. Do I push my glasses up so they reflect incoming light? No, people only do that in anime. Len, he was doing that. He's the only guy who does it. Anyway, we're gonna start. We're gonna go to regular normal puzzle. I turned the music back up. You know, I turned it down yesterday because it was really loud for some reason. I don't know why, but it was pretty loud. Also, welcome. No, I already greeted you. Okay, I was gonna greet you a second time, but no, you've been greeted. Never got why they did that in anime. We'll never know. Anime's not real. Imagine if anime was real. That'd be so messed up. That'd be so weird. Good thing it's not. Good thing it will never be real. The audible swing noise from when light shines on them is a real thing. That's not real. I'm sorry to inform you, that's not real. You know, anime, it makes people believe things are real, but that's not it. There are some things that are real, but that is not one of them. It's reflecting right off your glasses. It's also aiming directly into your eyes and blinding you. I'm sure there's gonna be like some glasses brand, they'll probably make glasses that are like, you know, super reflective. They'll have an ad that's like, hey, check it out. This is, it's just like an anime. And then everyone will buy it. They'll all be like, whoa, it's just like anime. And then everyone will have fun. And then everyone has a good time. But until then, it's not real, okay? Don't be misled into thinking it's real. Also, welcome Snacko Racco. Anyway, yeah, it's Friday. It's already that time of the week. You know, the weekend, the end of the week. Neon Genesis Evangelion would be so much funnier if Gendo had transition lenses. Would it though? Would it be that funny? Also, this puzzle was really easy. Emma? Oh, this is like those shrine things. You guys ever seen these? If you go to Japan like around New Year's, they're like all over the place. You write a message on it. It's this thing right there. You get that. You could get that. Also, if you go to Pixiv headquarters, I think they give you one of these. You can draw on them. You could have them in the office. Let's see, time to market literal mirror shades that are 100% reflective. Yeah, that'd be cool. No, but they have two-way mirrors though, right? You know, in interrogation rooms, sometimes they have a mirror, and then it's like, oh, it's actually, you know, you can actually see through it. So, what if they made glasses out of that? What if they did that? First, have to learn how to draw. You don't have to know how to draw. You can just, you know, you can draw whatever you want. It could be a scribble. Typically, the ones that you leave at shrines, they're just like notes, right? You write like, oh, I hope next year I get this thing. I hope this thing happens. stuff like that. Whoops, I... Okay, let me redo that. That was actually a mistake. The 9 could not have gone up that way. I mean, it does, but that was an accident. Anyway, this is a 10. We got a 4 right here. Another 4. Anyway, yeah, Friday, today, I had... You know, I talk about how every month we have this meeting at work that's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time until 5. We had it today, and it didn't actually go the full hour. I was supposed to speak about something, but then I couldn't demo it because some recent changes in the code base, I couldn't compile it, and they were just like, okay, yeah, just do it next time. And so we just talked about stuff. And one of my coworkers, he has a cat, and during the meeting, his cat was like meowing really loud. But for some reason, his cat sounded like a baby. Like, two of us, like, we heard the cat, and we were just like, what the heck is that sound? And he's like, oh, that's my cat. And I was like, I thought that was a baby. You know how some cats, when they meow, it doesn't sound like a cat. It's just like, it's like a crying sound, right? And so he was like, actually, that reminds me of a funny story. So he told us a story about how, like, one time he and his wife, they were bringing their cat to the vet, right? And they put the cat in like a little, not a bag, but it's like, you know, like, I don't know, something. Okay, so they went into a cab, and then the cab driver looked really upset with them. Yeah, cat bag, I don't know, something like that. The driver was really upset. He kept looking back at them. He's like, what's this guy so upset about? And then like halfway through the ride, the cab driver was just like, hey, you gotta put that baby, like, you know, in a seatbelt. And it's like, what, a baby? No, that's a cat. It's like, oh, that's a cat. I thought you were some psycho that like put your baby in a bag. And then, you know, then after that he was fine. He was not angry. He just misunderstood. He thought it was a baby. Yeah, cat bag. Cat bag. The better Twitch TV emote. It's real. It's right there. Anyway, that's the story. That's an interesting anecdote for today, right? It's fun. Everyone had a great time. You know, we all laughed. I laughed so much. You know how usually I don't laugh on stream? I think what I noticed actually is that when I laugh quietly. So like it doesn't come across on stream. You know, I like emit some noise. There's like some air comes out of my mouth. But it's like when I laugh, it's not like haha ho 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 like some people you can very audibly hear them laugh. Not me. Not me. It's very subtle. I'm a quiet laugher. See, putting baby in bag will get you dirty. Yeah, exactly. Don't, you know, if you have a baby, don't put it in a bag, okay? It's bad. See, when I laugh, I'm at my loudest. Not me. I would never. Imagine if I laughed like really loud. It's just not a thing that I do. That's just not in my nature. Wolfie has. It's funny. Yeah, but like it doesn't come across, you know, especially like as a VTuber, you know. Especially my model is not extremely expressive, you know. Some people, they have like really good, like their model is rigged really well. Or even if they're laughing quietly, you can sort of tell. Not me though. Not me. You can't tell. So maybe I found the joke really funny, but then, you know, you didn't notice. What if it was like the funniest joke I've ever heard, and yet no one knows? If you don't laugh, does anyone even know that it was funny? It is expressive, but I keep the same expression 99.9% of the time. Possibly true. It's not that expressive, I don't know. Like the eyes, okay, like I could do this, right? I keep forgetting I have facial expressions for my eyes that I could toggle. Do this. But yeah, I don't know. We got some expressions. You can infer, you know, that I'm laughing. Sometimes I say +2. You know, when I think a joke is funny, I'll say +2 sometimes. And that's how you can tell. You can be like, oh, it's a funny joke because he said +2. And that's how things are. That's cool. It's cool sometimes. I think there was like one corporate VTuber who I think was well known for having a very quiet laugh. It might have been one of the Holo ID people. Maybe Kayla? I don't know. One of them, I remember reading that whenever they laughed, they were always just like really quiet. And no one could tell whether they were like upset or what. I don't know. Also, welcome Good Cat, welcome Good Cat Gaming. Hopefully hits the upvote button. Yeah, I pressed the laugh button. A laugh track. Some streamers have a thing where like they have a button on their stream deck that does like a laughing sound or like a redeem. Some people have a redeem where you put channel points or give bits, and then it'll play a laugh track like you're on a sitcom. You know, what if instead of me laughing, I pre-recorded a studio audience laughing, and then when I think a joke is funny, when I'm laughing quietly, I just press the button. Actually, I feel like that would be sarcastic, right? If a streamer did that, it would feel like they're doing it sarcastically. Also, welcome Himplo. Applause button. It would be so normal. What if I pre-recorded myself laughing? In some way. What if that happened? What if that was real? What if I took a lesson, you know? Some people take acting lessons, right? Singing lessons. You think there's a lesson on how to laugh in such a way that people are aware that you're laughing? You know, you go to them and you're like, okay, how can I help you? I would like to be expressive in laughter. And then they're like, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I could be like, when I laugh online, people don't know. When I say Lamau, people think I'm not actually Lamauing. You guys ever type Lamau, even though you're not laughing? It's like a light chuckle. People will say, Lamau, I can't even believe this was so funny. But it wasn't. It wasn't even that funny. But it was. So Choco Jack says Lamau, you know? She says acronyms sometimes. She says Lamau. 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 Is that a French word? Lamau. They don't even know I'm laughing. You got Lamau. You got all these acronyms. So many different acronyms. Lamau. Yeah, Cult of the Lamb. Yeah, you guys see the Steam sale recently? The banner was drawn by the person who worked for Cult of the Lamb. It looks pretty nice. It's a really nice looking banner. French cat to be like La Meow. I don't think so. I don't think they would do that. You think French cats would meow differently? Actually, is that true? Do animals make different sound in different regions? Like, is there a regional dialect of cat sounds? You think like a cat who grew up in France meows differently from like a Canadian cat? I'm sure there are. Parrots do? Okay, yeah, because like parrots, they mimic the sounds they hear. So I guess that makes sense. But what about other animals? Like cats, dogs? Do you think dogs bark differently? I think I read of that in the context of some other animal. Cats meow for humans, not other cats. I have also seen that. That is also a thing I've heard. Regional meows. Region locked DLC. Like, you think if they brought a cat from like France and they brought them to like a French speaking part of Canada, would it understand other cats? Oh, I guess, okay, if cats are meowing for humans, I guess it doesn't matter. But like, what about some other animal that, you know, communicates? I'm sure there's different dialects that don't translate well. But we'll never know. We will never know because we are not those animals. Humans. And we are so different. None of us understand anyone. It would immediately hate the Quebec. How do you pronounce that word? Quebecois. Quebecois cats. What is this one? This is a cushion. This is a Hatsune Miku cushion. Where was it? Where was this? I'm doing all these out of order, so I don't know where it was. Where? Oh, here it is. Yo, is that small Miku? Is that the small Hatsune Miku? Who did this? I can't even read that. Anyone know kanji? What is that? What does it say? I don't even know. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You got presents in the back. Hatsune Miku. You got the plush. Pretty good. Pretty good design right there. Top tier. So cute. Is that a better Twitch TV emote? So cute. I feel like I've seen that in some chats. Is it Peepo? Is that a Peepo emote? Is that a Pepe the Frog emote? It could be so many things. You know, when you don't have better Twitch TV installed, it's just up to you to imagine the emotes. It's a Peepo getting cheeks. Okay, that's what I thought. I've seen it before. In my memory, I remembered it was Peepo. Some might say it's Pepe, but no, it's Peepo. Pepe is different. Pepe is a large Peepo. You also got wide Peepo happy. They have wide Peepo, but do they have tall Peepo? Is that a thing? Any experts on Peepo lore? What is Peepo's lore anyway? Because I know Pepe. Pepe was originally from this comic. But what about Peepo? Peepo was just created by the community. What's up with Peepo? Is Peepo related to Pepe? Do they just happen to look similar? Let's see, I don't have BTTV on my phone. At this point, I can just see them in my mind. Exactly. I can see the rat gems. I can see the cat gems. You could see every emote. Every single possible emote is there. It's real. Narrow Peepo. Wide Peepo. Doesn't Better Twitch TV have like a... It has like a W exclamation mark thing now, right? It makes the emote wider. But it never shows up in people's chats. Every time someone does it, like I don't have it installed so I don't see it. But someone will do like W exclamation mark and then an emote. And to someone who doesn't have Better Twitch TV, it just looks like they're saying W. It's like W! Rat Jam. And it's like, whoa, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting the letter W? Who let them do this? Who even allowed them to shout W? There's no time to shout. You can't be shouting here. Quebec is pronounced like Quebec. Wait, is it actually? It's pronounced Quebec? I guess K as in like K. Quebecois. It's not Quebec. I think my whole life has been a lie. I thought it was Quebec. What the heck? Yeah, Quebec more like what the heck. Am I right? That's a laugh. That's me laughing. Happens with stuff like rave time. Is that an emote? Rave time? People type 8888. No, but that's not an emote though. It is a Japanese slang for clapping. Quebec. Okay, Quebec. Isn't Beck a band? Isn't that like a bunch of people? Okay, this is here. This is here. Or is Beck a brand of beer? Is it both perhaps? As you know, I don't know alcohol. It could be beer. Yeah, the bunch of W's is laughter. Because it looks like grass. Yeah, Beck is a band, but isn't it also a beer? Does anyone here know beer? You guys know beer? I don't know beer. Get that 4-2. We're keeping the APM up. Bex. Bex. I don't know. I've never had it. I'll probably never have it. Okay, so this is here. That's here. This right there. Also, welcome Cole. Assuming I didn't greet you, what if I greeted you twice? I'm scrolling up. I did not greet you. Okay, good. Beck have the famous song Loser. A song by 90s ska band Real Big Fish. Yeah, Hemplo knows, he knows every single possible ska song. Even the ones that haven't been invented yet. But like, have you heard of this ska song? And it's like you just make something up and he says yes, and you're like, that's not even real. But then, you know, some band will release it and it will be real. And he'll be like, I told you. I told you. Wolfie's now paranoid about multiple... Yeah, I greeted Cole 3 times this one time. It was fricked up. It ruined the greeting economy for everyone. And it was my fault. I had to deal with it. I had to deal with the consequences. About Fallout. It can still be felt today. Plum. That's not a plum. It's a plum blossom. That's a different thing. You guys ever seen a plum blossom? Sometimes people confuse it for sakura, cherry blossoms. Sometimes people go to Japan and they'll be like, yo, it's cherry blossom season. But actually, it's plum blossoms. And it's different. It is very different. You keep this in mind, okay? Plum blossoms. Okay, where was it? Where was the thing that I just solved? I wish they would sort this by, like, you know, you could sort this by when you unlocked it. That'd be cool. Wait, what the heck? When did we get this one? Oh, that's the title screen. I thought that was like the last puzzle. Imagine if that was spoilers for the last puzzle. Was this the Plum Blossoms one? Okay, I think it is. I think so, right? We got these? No, those? These? That? This? What is this? What is that? We don't know. We'll never know. Anyway, we're going back. Oh no. Yeah, sorting would be nice. I'm gonna do this one. You know, so far, not hard. We haven't made a mistake yet, thankfully. Okay, we're gonna start this one off with the edge strat right here. Got a 10 right there. You got the 4. Anyway, what else has been happening? I talked about how I bought a new phone, and I've not really been using it, but I just did it because it was basically free. But I activated it a few days ago. Like right after I got it, I activated the SIM card because part of the deal was that you get the Pixel 7, and then if you stay on Google Fi for like a while, they'll refund you every month. They'll give you a bunch of credits for 24 months, equivalent to the price of the phone. And so I got it, and then I activated the SIM card, and then I immediately deactivated it. I put it back on my iPhone, and then I never got credit for it. I was like, what? What am I not supposed to be getting credits for this? And then I decided, you know what, maybe I did it wrong. Maybe it didn't last long enough. So then I put it back on my Pixel 7, and then I left it there overnight. And then it was like, oh yeah, now you can now you have the credits. I said, okay, that's cool. I guess you just had to leave it on overnight. But you can't cancel it. No, it's not canceling. It's just moving it to my iPhone. Anyway, welcome to Sniper 2. But yeah, there's that. You can transfer it to a different phone. I've been using Google Fi for like 7 years now. So it's fine. It works fine for me. I think it's great. But there's that. There's that. The screen protector is still kind of bad though. But I will probably not be using it until my phone breaks. I'm gonna save up 4K to suggest drawing watermelon. You could. Someone suggested that the other time. I forget who it was, but they were like, you know, you can draw watermelon or Wolfie melon. And I drew Wolfie melon. It's there. It's on the warning sign. Anyway, it's not guaranteed that it will stay at 4K. Sometimes I increase the price, sometimes I decrease it. It was 4K last time, but this time it could be anything. You can never predict. You can't even predict the price. It started out as 5K the first stream, and then I lowered to 4.5. And then the most recent one was 4K. You know, this time, what if next time it's like, you know, 10K? I don't know. You never know. You can never predict. You simply don't know. And that's the magic of the economy. People can never predict what's going to happen. You know, one day a bag of chips, it'll be 25 cents. The next day, it'll be like $1 billion. How much does a bag of chips cost nowadays anyway? I remember when I was a kid, it was like $1. Or not $1. the small bags of chips, right? They were like 25 cents. And at some point, they were like 50 cents. Is it actually 88 cents? That's too much. An economic tyrant setting prices? Yeah. This is what happens. This is what happens in the economy. Get your drawing request in before the prices skyrocket. What if I made it so you could like... You could reserve a slot. It's like it's like stocks. You could pay for a drawing redeem and then not actually like tell me what you want to draw, what I should be drawing. And then maybe like a year from now, you know, when the price of drawings have gotten up to like, you know, 20k points, you can be like, here's my 4K redeem that I had from last year. What is this one? Is that a wolf? This is the classic, you know, every time you see this hand gesture in Japanese culture, it's usually a wolf. It's got the wolf ears. Is that Kuragi, the wolf, the fox? Sorry, wolf? I mean fox. That's a fox, not a wolf. It's a different thing. I missed 4 for $1. Yeah, bananas. How much does a banana even cost? It stonks. Karagi's neither a wolf nor a fox. Yeah, but like both of her VTuber parents are foxes. So isn't that kind of suspicious though? You're telling me that her VTuber mom is a fox, her VTuber dad is a fox? And yeah, she's a dog? That doesn't make sense. It makes no... That's not even real. Let's see. So recently there have been a lot of people going around trying to sell their overlay icon drawing services. What is that about? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even have an overlay. Imagine having an overlay. Wow, couldn't be me. I just put the text on top of the screen. I don't know, like it's in demand, right? Sometimes people they need overlays. People need overlays, they need intro screens, they need BRB screens. And that is a way for people to do it. I don't know if it's a scam, I don't know. Maybe. I think there's like a new website, right? Specifically for VTuber related commissions. I've seen a few tweets like that, but I've never actually checked it out. But who knows? Who even knows? Let's see, Nutritia says, I kind of want to commission someone to draw a Discord profile and icon. You could do that. That's like one of the most common commission things, right? An icon for personal use. You could browse around on Skeb, right? Skeb is the website that people use for usually nowadays for commissions. You know, you find an artist that you like, and they have their Skeb open. Request something, you pay them the money, and then at some point they'll give you the art. So it could be either way. They could be out on the grind, they could be reselling someone else's assets. I guess that's also true. Why is Skeb so popular? I don't actually know. I'm not sure when it became popular. I just know that's the cool thing nowadays. As for why, who even knows? Maybe it's because it's like low effort, right? Not low effort as in the art, but like, you know, usually when you're commissioning someone, there's a lot of back and forth between the artists, a lot of setup. I think Skeb, what I mean by low effort is that there's like no back and forth. You tell them what you want drawn, and then they give it to you, and then you pay them the money. And then that's it. You don't gotta message them elsewhere. You don't have to do whatever. And then they can choose what they want to do. You know, they just get requests. They can choose to ignore it. They can accept it. They have a time limit. And it's good. Yeah, and if you don't like it, then too bad. You can't request changes. Skeb is popular for the same reason Marshmallow became popular. I guess because it's like linked to Twitter, right? Which I guess is not a good idea nowadays, but like is linked to Twitter so that, you know, you can see if you're following an artist on Twitter, you can see all the artists that you're following that have a Skeb account. And then you could be like, oh yeah, this guy has the request open. I want to request this guy. And then they do. Yeah, and then VTubers happened. I'm holding out for Wolfie to open up his commissions. Never. I will never open up public commissions. It will only be up to my discretion. You can't even buy a Wolfie art. Except with channel points, I guess. You can't pay me money to buy art from me. You can only pay channel points on Tuesdays. Is that X-Job? Is that you, X-Job? See the appeal from the artist side? Yeah, the artist, you know, you can choose to request things if you want. What if it was Pixiv? Pixiv has its own, like, request system, right? I don't see people talking about it as much, but I know it does exist. Also, welcome Lumina channel. No pay to win. Yeah, you can't pay me money for art. Because my stance on doing art as commissions is just, I don't, unless it's something I feel like doing. You know, I don't want people to pay me. It's like if I'm doing art, it's because I feel like doing it. I always feel weird because I don't have anything to commission for. You can, like, I think there are people that they can design an original character for you, right? There's websites. Some people, they call like adoptables or something. So people, like, they make original characters and then you say, oh, I would like that one, and then now it's yours. Now it is your original character. But I guess as a viewer, you're like, what am I gonna, what am I using this for? Oh yeah, pick crew, that's also a thing. I could do that. You could make a pick crew. Oh yeah, some people do that. Some people, they'll have like an original character. And then if they want to commission art of them, they can use the pick crew as reference. You'd be like, this is what the character looks like. Here's the pick crew. And there it is. My OC, do not steal. No, you can't steal. If you're paying for it, it's not stealing. Unless you pay less, okay? If you're paying the requested amount, it's not stealing. It's totally different. But yeah, Skeb, pretty popular. I wonder if there's gonna be like another art platform that can become as popular. Anyway, I think Skeb is like the main thing was that they were linked to Twitter, but ever since Twitter started being weird about API access and all that, a lot of websites and services they were just like, okay, we gotta like find something else to do besides linking to Twitter. I learned today actually. Do you have any Granblue Fantasy players in chat? I learned today that Granblue finally implemented its own raid finding system. So people that are not aware, for Granblue Fantasy, there's like raid bosses that you fight, and a lot of the time, they don't actually have a way in-game to find raids. And so what they did was they had a button in the game where if you're gonna fight a boss, you can tweet out that you're gonna fight the boss, and then it depended on external people to implement scrapers and services on Twitter. So you're like, I want to fight this boss. How am I gonna fight this boss? I'm gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna search for people that are fighting this boss. I'll copy the code into the game. Also, I think I messed up somewhere. But anyway, since Twitter is being bad... Wait, hold on, this is here. Since Twitter, like, their API is broken, they're just like, okay, we should probably put something, like, in our game to actually allow people to find raids. And I heard it didn't work very well. I heard, like, it overwhelmed the traffic half the time it doesn't work, but I'm sure at some point it'll work. But the thing is, they shut off access to, the button in the game that lets you tweet. So basically all the raid finders that have existed since the beginning of the game, they don't work now. You have to use the in-game one. And that's cool actually, because people don't need to manage their own thing. Anyway, sorry, I was not reading messages. See, Potato said part of me would just want to give money to someone to have them do what they want. I don't know if that's potentially worse than if they have something at least to work off of. I guess it depends on the artist. Like, sometimes people are, if you give them too vague instructions, they're like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if the commissioner is going to be happy about this. Like, what if I draw this and they're like, oh no, I don't want this at all. I guess that's the thing with Skeb though. The commissioner has no way of telling you that they don't like it, right? I mean, they can say they don't like it, but normally they don't. Skeb, isn't that the thing when I scrape my knee? No, that is a scab. That's a scab. That's a different thing. Let's see, I just bought Picross. Picross S8. That's cool. So my friend hacked his GPA with remote access by tweets. How does that work? How does someone hack their GPA? Did they get caught? Let's see, I've done my scabs with only a few details and let them do what they want. Yeah, I feel like with Skeb, there's an understanding that you're kind of just like, whatever you do, it's fine. That's why I'm commissioning you through Skeb, because it's flexible. You can do things on your own if you want. I will provide some guidance. In Skeb, the Perry Bible Fellowship. No, that's Scub. That's SKUB. That's a different thing. See, Zoli said, I'm also scared of disliking the art I will get when commissioning. Want to be happy. Want to express my happiness over the purchase. Yeah, I've never commissioned someone on Skeb, so I have no idea. You know, what do people do if they get a commission and they're like, this actually sucks. This art, this sucks. Because I know sometimes, right, you have artists that do really good art, and then like maybe I've seen some people say that like some artists, they get lazier when they're doing Skebs. Right, you look at their portfolio and they're like, this art is so good, but then when you commission them on Skeb, it's like a lower effort. I don't know. I've never had to deal with that. Anyway, I'm sure there's people in chat that have done this. Not me though. Not me. A pro scub. The Twitter account was how he sent commands. Wait, what? GPA, what? His GPA? You look at their Skeb examples, yeah. That makes the most sense. But like some people on Skeb, they offer like really good quality stuff for like really cheap. Like you look at the art that they've done and it's like, what, you're charging only $30 for this? And it's like a whole like animated intro screen. It's got like multiple layers. It's got stuff moving around. What the heck? People would pay like $100 for this, even more than 100. But then you're like, okay, I don't know. If they're the ones charging the price, I'm sure they know. I think you can tip as well on Skeb. So I guess if you get something that's really cheap and you're like, this artist deserves more, you can choose to pay them more if you want. Done a music Skeb. Cole has done a music Skeb. Wait, is there Skeb just for like music as well? It's not just like drawn arts. Is there like a Skeb for like sometimes people like writing fan fiction? You know, do you think there's a Skeb for someone just like, you know, write this fanfic for me? I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure that's real. Let's see. He browsed the computers and edited fields by posting tweets. I don't know. I guess that's too domain specific for me to understand. A Skeb for assassins. First time Skeb sellers always have good deals. Yeah, I guess like because they don't have anything on their profile, they might charge things for cheaper so that people are like, oh yeah, this art is so good, I'm gonna commission this artist, and then they'll build up a profile. Guys know life is like Bazoo. You can request advice through Skeb. What the heck? Like life advice? Like you ask them like, hey, how do you what I don't know. What would you even say? You're like, oh, help me! My friend's going through this hardship. What do I do? Or is it like art advice? I guess it's, if there's an artist who's good at art, and you're like, okay, can you review this art for me? And like you draw stuff. Oh, it's like that kind of okay. Yeah, it's like constructive criticism on your art. I guess that makes sense. That's valid. That is valid. That sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty neat, actually. Yeah, life is like Bazoo. Sometimes confusing. Whatever the rest of the words were. I don't even know what she's saying. We've heard this song like 5 times. I don't even know what she's saying. Okay, what about this? What about the 1-5? Anyway, you guys go check out Skeb, okay? You find a cool artist, you tell them, whoa, this is so cool. You can pay them good money. Hold on, we're finally gonna use this feature. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's there. You got a 1. Got the 1 there. Got the 5 has gotta go here, okay? Then if there's a 1 here, there's a 1 here. The 4 goes here. Okay, so these 2 have to be it. But yeah, that's neat. That's neat. Office politics. What about like actual politics advice? Like like a politician is running for office and they're like, help me, person on Skeb, I'm running for political office. Can you tell me tell me some advice? And then they're like, I don't know, I just draw anime girls. What do you want from me? And then you say, thank you. I will commission anime girls for my campaign. And then they do it and they're successful and they win the election. I could get one more block to the left from that 5. Try this 5. This. Which 5? Which 5 was this one? This one? Okay, this one. It was this one. Okay, 1 was here. 4 would go here. You'd have a 1. You'd have a 1. Yes, you're right. You were so right. Okay, so this one. What else we got here? We got the 1. You got the 5. Got the 2. Got the 5. Okay, this one's got to be the 5. Got the 2 could be here. The 5 would have to go down here. I think if the 1 was there. Yes, this one has to be part of the 5. It literally has to. You're not strong enough for my most powerful advice. True. You gotta earn it. You gotta earn the respect. Get an anime intro for your campaign. When do you think the first VTuber is gonna run for office? That's gonna be a thing, right? At some point? It's gotta be. At some point, like the first president VTuber. You know, someone's like in their 40s or 50s and they're like, oh yeah, actually, when I was in my 20s, I was a VTuber. It's real. And then all of their fans were like, what the? I thought you graduated for like, you know, for whatever. I recognize that voice. I remember that voice. Now, a while ago in Japan. Unironically. I know there's like some like a manga artist that ran for office in Japan and won. I didn't know there was a VTuber. What's that like? I also saw a story recently of there was a guy in Japan who he had a YouTube channel where he went around reviewing local restaurants and businesses. And, you know, he ran for office and then I guess he actually won because all the businesses and people like were local and they all knew his videos. They were like, this guy's pretty cool. He reviews food and he seems cool, so I'm gonna vote for him. I don't know what his policies are, but, you know, he's a YouTuber. The manga artist that ran and won was the author. I do not know, actually. There may have been multiple scenarios or situations where that was a thing. Maybe there have been multiple manga artists that have become politicians. Anyway, that's our future, and by future I mean our present, the present tense. Streamers. What if someone was like a politician and they streamed, you know, they streamed their what are those things called? When they do like announcements, public announcement, when they speak about policies. Look, I'm enacting this new policy. Normally they do it like in the government house or whatever. What if they did it on stream? What if they got like a royalty-free Okumono background? They did their campaign announcement that way. It would be revolutionary. Okay, what about this? You got a 1, you got a 5. Got a 1, got a 4. The 4 is there. Otherwise, you got the 3 over there. Okay, the 4, 3 would be here. You got the 4. This has gotta be the 4. You got the 1 there. The 5 right here. So this one has to go down this way. Absolutely for real. For real. Yeah, there's that. There's Skeb. What else even happened? We got several things going on. Talk Granblue Fantasy. This week, Northern Lion, my Oshi, he's been on vacation. So this whole week, I've had no one to watch on weekdays. You know, normally I leave his stream on at like noon to 5 p.m. And then, I tuned in on Monday. Can't wait for this week's Northern Lion streams. He wasn't there. He was gone. And I'm like, who the heck am I gonna watch now? I don't even know. I don't even know who to watch. And then I just tune into various VTuber streams. And like, while it's cool, it's not the same. It's a different thing. Also, welcome, Marshall. And so we interrupt your train of thought with information on our new bill. We have officially re-enabled the telepathy feature. They wouldn't do that. Telepathy? It's advanced. That's too advanced for us. That's why haven't been seeing NL. Yeah. He's on vacation this week. He'll probably be back next week. I don't know. I don't know his schedule. That's cool. He'll have so many anecdotes though. The cool part about when NL goes on vacation is that when he comes back, he always has a ton of stuff to talk about. And then, you know, as a content creator, I understand. I understand now. You know, there have been times when I was like, I don't really want to go outside. Like, I kind of have to for something. And then when I come back, I'm like, yo, something happened. I can talk about it on stream. I have a story that can last. It can fill up like 20 minutes of conversation time. Yo, let's go. And then I do it and it's cool. Streaming, it makes you want to do interesting things, so you can talk about it. NL on vacation just means watching a supercut of Rumbleverse. I saw that. I mean, by saw it, I mean I didn't watch the video, but I saw that it existed. Missed the stream when I came back from outside. Yeah, I talked about, I said things. I mentioned so many things. You should watch it. There was a Among Us. My nephew drew an Among Us. Actually, I still have it opened. I still have it. Check it out. There it is, Among Us. Yeah, the minutes and hours. It gives you content to talk about. Yeah, VODs are real. I don't recommend watching my VODs though. You could choose to watch them. Also, welcome Budo Saru. Welcome. Yeah, imagine watching VODs. What the? Who would even watch a VOD? Who would even do that? Wait, I watched part of a VOD yesterday. I don't know if Moonybug is still in chat. If you are, I'm gonna tell a story. Otherwise I could tell later. First to comment while watching the VOD. Yeah, sometimes like when you're watching a VOD, you're just like, oh man, I could have said something so funny here, but the streamer, you know, it's a VOD, so I can't. Wait, I've talked about this. I've talked about leaving a comment on a VOD. Like imagine you just message the streamer. You're like, streamer, can you go back to this section in the VOD and then pretend I said this thing? How would you react? You could do that. You could do that. Let's see, I don't think I left more than 20 comments on YouTube videos overall. Do we have people in chat that actually comment on VODs, like on YouTube? I almost never do that. I basically never comment on YouTube at all, ever. I don't know, sometimes I get comments on my VODs though. I don't know how to respond to them. It's never like about the video, usually. It's never like, oh yeah, I like this part when you said this thing. It's always like, can you play this game? When are you gonna have clips on your channel? When are you gonna do highlights on your channel? It's always stuff like that. I got a comment the other day. What was it? Some person telling me to play a game that I've never heard of. Play Pixel Gun. I don't even know what that is. That's like a mobile game. I got a comment that was like a smiley face. I got a comment that said hella. I got a comment from MM0 that said first try. Oh, Dark Souls? Okay, that was the Calamite fight. And a comment that said it's Mario. A comment from Shima Panic that said SMH. Oh, that was me animating the SMH emote. Got a comment that said epic. That was a comment on Kimono Friends Picross. I got a comment that said small. SMOL. Anyway, that's it. That's a thing. Hamflo said I commented on one of my VODs before. Okay, let me try to find it. Hamflo comment? Hamflo? Can I even search for comments from viewers? I don't even see it. I'm scrolling down. I don't even see it. It's not even there. I don't even, this is not true. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, Hamflow's comment. Truly one of the endings of all time. This was when I was playing Stanley Parable, and I was in the broom closet for like 2.5 hours. That's his comment. That was Hamflow's comment. Let's see, I've been thinking about doing that, but now you actually encourage me to do it. Oh, commenting? Commenting on a video or going outside? Be one of those things. I almost never feel embarrassed typing in Twitch chat, but YouTube comments, I just can't. Yeah, it's because like when you type in a live chat, right? The streamer could choose to ignore it. You know, maybe they just miss your message and it's like, whatever, that's fine. But if you're commenting after the fact, it's like, okay, you put in the time to like, you know, watch the VOD or whatever. And then that streamer's like, they're no longer streaming, so they're outside of the streaming context. Oh, at the 30 minutes if I type this? Okay. I would not recommend doing that. That seems kind of weird. I mean, you could do it. You could do that. You could post that in my comments. Same reason why I only really reply to mutuals on Twitter. Yeah. Like, there's people on Twitter that just, like, they follow a ton of, like, people with a lot of followers, and they reply to all of their tweets, and it's like, I don't know, like, they're not gonna reply. I mean, I guess it's not, like, it's not bad, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of, it's not weird, but if all of your tweets are just replies to corporate VTubers, I don't know. There's something about there. There's something there, you know? Something. Okay, what do I do here? 733. A 3 right there. You got a 3 right there. You got a 7. This 7's got to go here. It has to go here. Could probably do it once or twice. Yeah, as a joke. Hey streamer, I was watching your April 26th VOD. At the 1:14:28 mark, you made a really funny joke. Actually, okay, that's the kind of, yeah, that's a good comment. It shows that people were paying attention. Those I appreciate those, you know? Oh, this part of the VOD? What if someone was like, yo, every day I remember this one part of the VOD. I tell my friends about it. I tell my family. They ask me what I'm doing. I said I was watching this really funny streamer. And then they share it with their friends. They're like, check it out. Check it out. The 2 hour 15-minute mark. He says the funniest joke I've ever heard. Changed my life. And everyone is having a good time. Everyone's fogging. Okay, I think this has to be part of the 6, right? You can't possibly get the 1 there. You got the 2 here. The 6 has to. It's got to be there. It's the funniest joke. It's changed my life. It's the funniest joke ever by the best streamer, Northernlion. It's really revolutionary. Alright, what else? What else can I do? This one, you got that one. This one's got to be the 5. So that's there. This one is here. That one has to be a 1. You got the 4 down here. Then you got the 3. This 3 is right there. Then what? And then what even can you do? You can't even do anything. Also, wait, I should hydrate. It's been an hour. It's hydration time. You guys also hydrate. You right there, you listener, hydrate. Alright, I'm hydrated. Streamer, I will be watching your VOD on October 15th, 2020. I feel like you've said a comment like that once. You mentioned like a future day and then something, and then I said, I'll remember that. I don't remember it, but it was something like that. Something. It was a thing. I'm pretty sure we were talking about the same thing on the same topic that we always talk about. flying the stream. We've talked about this several times. I can't even say words. Okay, this one's got to be a 1. You got the 6 right there, and you got that one. You got this one. This one's okay. There's got to be a 1 right there. And then what? And then what even happened? What even else happened this week or this weekend? What's happening this weekend? Got any happenings going on? Anyone happening to be doing anything? The 1, you got the 4, you got the 6. The 6 is there. You got this 2. The 6 over here. Okay, the 4 would be this way. The 4 would have to, it has to be there. Literally has to be there. And then this is a 4. So this has got to be a 2. Speaking of going outside, I was at uni around sunset. Haven't felt this much nostalgia in years. The sky was pretty. Was it like a good shade of orange? Okay, I guess you said sunset. It's got to be orange. It's always nice, you know? You know it's called the golden hour? Is that the term for it? Gold. It was red. It's the term golden hour. Isn't that a term? I'm looking this up and okay, golden hour. Yes, photography. It has a Wikipedia article. In photography. Wait, this is a photography term? Golden hour is a period of daytime shortly after sunrise or before sunset. The daylight is redder and softer. Yeah, it's real. It's nice. It's good. Sometimes the sky looks really nice. And you look up, you look up at it and you say sky. That is good. That's a good sky right there. That's a great sky. The best sky. Robots in the sky. Red, blue, purple. Yeah, that sounds nice. Anyway, yeah, since it's becoming closer to summer, so the sun is up much later than usual. And that's nice. You know, when I end my streams, the sun is still up. And that's great. You'll be like, wow, what the sun is here. It's still in the sky at like 7:50 p.m. That's great. That's good times. It's gonna be 87 today. What? That's like summer temperature. 30 Celsius. Yeah, I know the conversion. I remember. No one else knows though. No one else ever even knows the conversions. I know that 30 Celsius is 86 Fahrenheit actually. Actually, it is 86 Fahrenheit. It's different. That's one of the checkpoints that you have to remember. I'll go over the strat again, okay? The way you remember the conversion, many people will say, oh yeah, just like multiply by 5, divide by 9, and add 32 or whatever. No, don't do that. That's stupid. That's not stupid, but that's, you know, it takes a lot of effort. What you gotta do, just remember increments of 10 Celsius. It's really easy. Just remember 0 Celsius, that is 32 Fahrenheit, right? And then you got 10 Celsius. It is 50, okay? You remember 32, you remember 50. And then 20 Celsius is 68. Right? You're like, what the heck, 68? That's a weird number. And then you got 30 Celsius. That is 86. The way you remember that, 68 and 86, it's the same number but backwards. You go up 10 Celsius, it's a backwards number. Okay, then you got the 86. And then you got 104. You know? And it's that easy. And you remember, okay, so 20 Celsius, that is room temperature. 20 Celsius, that is 68. And that is about room temperature, and that's all you need to know. Then you just interpolate between the values. That is the easiest way to remember. I saw this tip online like sometime last year or maybe 2 years ago, and it changes your life, right? Someone will mention Celsius, they're like, oh man, it's like It's like 10 Celsius today. Like, whoa, that's like 50 that's like 50 Fahrenheit. It's easy. It's so easy. Let's see, Hemplo said we're expected to go into the 90s here starting next week. I guess Texas, it's pretty hot, right? It started heating recently. Is it cold? It's cold at night? Man, why does temperature do this? Why does temperature even happen? Imagine if you live somewhere where like temperature is constant. Like California. Many people in California. It's like, you know, they got 2 seasons. Singapore? Isn't Singapore like really humid in the summer? Is that one of the countries where it's like really humid? Prop Knockback said, with that said, it's gonna rain next week, which is good because I like the rain. I like the rain when I'm not outside. When I am outside, I prefer if it's not raining. Let's see, around here it was warm enough I had to turn on my AC a couple of weeks back. All of a sudden it went back to freezing. Yeah, that happens. That happens sometimes. Like, I remember when it first started getting warm, I started leaving the door to my room open at night so I could get some, like, you know, airflow in my room. So it's not, like, so hot. But then, like, a day later, then suddenly it started becoming cold again. And then I was like, you know what, I can't keep this door open. And then I closed it. It's a Friday in California. No, you guys seen that meme? I feel like it's saying it's a fine day, right? It's fine day. Not Friday. That doesn't make sense. It's a fine day in California. Listen to it. You listen to it, okay? He says fine day. Singapore has one temperature all year. Is it like always hot over there? Anyway, sorry. Any backseaters in chat want to tell me what to do? What do I actually do here? We got the 6, 3, 4. Okay, the 6, you got the 3, you got the 4. That doesn't help. The 1, 4. Okay, on the row. The 1, 4, 1, 1, 4 row. This one. On the right side of the X has to have the 4, 1. Okay, you got the 1. You got the 4. The 1, 1. Yes, you're right. So 1 there. This one has to be there. The 1. You got the 1. You got the 4. That 4 has got to be there. You got this one. You got that one. Okay, so that is there. This one, that one is there. What about this one? Life is a bazoo. Okay, so this has to be part of the 7 because this can't be. If it goes down this way, it'll be a 4. If it goes this way, it'll be a 4. So it has to be part of the 7. 7 can't be there. This one has to be at least a 2. We got a climate data website for Singapore. Oh, it's like always 70 to 80 Fahrenheit. Damn. This graph is kind of confusing. Okay, it's got rainfall in the same graph as temperature, I guess. Okay, that's cool. It's pretty cool. Temperature, sometimes cool, sometimes warm, sometimes confusing. Life is a bazoo. This one has to be at least a 2. So the 7 is here. Got the 3. That's a 3. Then what? There has to be a 2 here. So this one has to be a 3. It's a climate diagram. We were taught how to read them back in school. I feel like I've never seen something like this. Maybe it is common. Maybe not like over here. Climate diagram. I mean, it's not hard to read, it's just like made me think, what am I looking here? What am I even looking at here? It's also like color coded, so like I feel like people that are colorblind would have issues understanding it sometimes, maybe. I mean, but I'm not colorblind. As far as I know, I'm not colorblind. Anyone here colorblind? What's that like? Right, the 2 here, the 3 could be there. Does it have to be there? Oh, 1 could be here. The 6 be there. Okay, this has to be the 6. Blue and red could be fine for many people. I don't know. Temperature is almost always aligned with dots. I guess I haven't seen enough of these diagrams to know. But if it's like a standard, I guess that makes sense. Rainfall bars are bars. Oh, this graph's got bars though. It's got bars. Bards. Bards? You guys know bards? They play music. Okay, what else? What else can I do? You got the 1, you got the 4, you got the 3s. The 1, 6, 5. Yo, it's Denchi. Denchi knows. Denchi knows strats now. 1462 column. 1462 column. Can I? Okay, the 1, you gotta have a 4 here. The 6 would be here. You'd have a 2. Otherwise, you got the 2 here. The 6. Okay, this one has to be there. So this one would have to, yes, this one has to be the 4. True. No, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. Denchi, I can't believe you did this to me. Okay, so it's not. It's not though. It's fricked up. This is hacked up. No, it doesn't. No, Denchi, it doesn't. I'm sorry, you're wrong. The 6 could be here. 5th row from top, the 9. 2, right, this one has to be the 2. So the 9 has to go this way. Anyway, Denchi's been pretty good at Picross, huh? Because, I mean, not ironically, but like he's actually been playing Picross. And it's cool, you know? Sometimes he would watch these streams and he'd be like, I don't know what's happening. But he has been playing Picross on his phone recently. He knows some strats now. He's advanced. He's advancing technology. And it's cool. 3 is here. That has to be there. This one has to be here. This one, gotta have this one. And then you have this. Then you got that one. Got the 2 right there. You got the 1, the 1, 1. 4 has to go down. This one has to be a 5. Then you got the 2 over here. Isn't it cool when you like watch a stream for a long time and then you're like, I don't know what's happening? And then at some point later, then you finally understand what's happening. It's like me when I watch Dark Souls, right? A long time ago, I never played Dark Souls. Every time I watch a streamer play Dark Souls, I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. But now when I tune in, I'm like, I remember. I remember when I was there. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, we got the 1. This one has to be 4. Literally has to. There's no other option. It has to be a 4. You got this one, you got this one, has to be at least, no, it has to be a 2. You got the 4 right there. You got this 6. Wait, I am waiting. It's called tuning in because you tune your radio to match a certain frequency. Yes. That is one of the terms that doesn't make much sense nowadays. Based on physical things that are not a thing. Tune a radio? No, you can't tune a radio. You can only tune a fish. Can you fill the 2 in the 242 row? 242. Yes, you can. Yes, you're correct, Denchi. You indeed can. And then you can cross this off, and then you got this 3. Check out that 3. And then that's a 4. And then you got a 10. Look at this 10. Look at that. Look at this 10. Then you got the 1 right here. So this has to be the 2. This one has to be the 3. 3 has to go down this way. And then you got the 6 going this way. Okay, whatever. But then this one, it can't be here. This one cannot even be there. Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10-10 wins. This one's got to be a 3. You got the 5 right here. You got the 2. You got the 3. You got a 2-7-2. This one, I think. This one's got to be the 2, actually. And the 7 has to go up this way. 3 has to be here. That has to be a 3. The first 3 for the 3-3-1-3-2 call. 3-3-1-3-2. This one right there? Yes, it has to be there. And then this is there. You got the 4. The 6 has to go up this way. And then you got, there's so many things here. You got the 17 right there. Wow. Anyway, remember when I was talking about my coworker who was doing stand-up comedy? We had that discussion of like, oh yeah, what if your coworker like is famous or something and you don't know? And he was like, we were talking about how he had his like first, I mentioned how he had his first like stand-up comedy show, but I was wrong. It was actually his first solo stand-up comedy show. Apparently he's been doing this for 5 years. I had no idea. So he does stand-up with people. How did it go? Presumably good, I don't know. He said it went well. But you never know. You never know. But none of us asked what he talks about on his, I was gonna say on his streams. We don't even know what he talks about on his stand-up comedy routines. He could be making fun of us, you know? He could be like me. He could be talking about his coworkers during his stand-up comedy routines. He'd be like, yo, my coworker freaking, this guy's so stupid. This guy, he doesn't even know how to do this. He could be streaming a stand-up. That is true. A lot of people stream nowadays. You know, he could be doing a stand-up comedy thing. Someone in the crowd could be recording. Anyone could be there. Everything nowadays is so recorded. People recording everything. They'll just be on the street. They'll be recording a TikTok. And you could say like, I don't want to be in your TikTok, please. And then they're just like, no, come on, man. It's just a prank. It's just a funny joke. It's just a TikTok, man. Chill. They don't understand that sometimes you don't want to be in a video. What's up with catch and release streamers? They're not even catching or releasing. No, I caught and released so many things. Caught and released several fish. So many fish were caught and released. Both things. Gotta have a 3. What if someone did a stand-up comedy routine on Picross? If they just said numbers and then the audience laughed. Like this guy doesn't even know. The 1 doesn't even go there. Look at this guy. He got like a 2-3-2 and he put the 2 on the left side. Obviously it's not even there. And then everyone's like, that's the funniest joke I've ever seen. Also, yeah, I did something wrong here. 3, oh, that's a 3. That's a, wait, what the frick? Oh, whoops. Right. Messed up. I messed up twice. Just like that K-pop group. Twice. Yeah, then he said 1-1. Then everyone left. There's gotta be like a Picross stand-up comedian somewhere. And tell the funniest jokes that only Picross players understand. Like numbers. Only Picross players understand numbers. No one else even knows. Not even mathematicians. Sometimes you see like, okay, this guy, he does math for a living. Obviously he knows numbers. No, but he's never played Picross. My online friends got tickets for Twice. Yo, the K-pop group Twice. I don't actually know anything about them. I just know their name. It's kind of funny that the name is just a common word. Every time anyone says the word twice, the regular English word. Yo, is that a reference to K-pop group Twice? That's the AI generated Picross joke. What do you call a Picross puzzle that has no solution? A pixelated mess? I don't think that was that good of a joke. Was that a ChatGPT joke? Did you get it from ChatGPT? You should say, ChatGPT, you should work on your comedy. That one wasn't that good. Didn't even make sense. It's just like a puzzle. It doesn't make any sense. The one right there, you got this. That's a 6. It's right there. You got a 1. The Bing, come on, Bing. Doesn't Bing use ChatGPT though? Or was that its own thing? What is this? A cookie? You think this is a cookie? Orange. Orange, you glad? Yeah, it is ChatGPT. Did Microsoft purchase OpenAI? Hold on, where's the orange? Where was it? Where am I even solving? Like, where am I up to right now? Here? Here? There? Where am I? I don't even know where the orange was. About 49% of it? Was this the orange? This was the orange. It's right there. There it is. Anyway, let me read chat. I'm gonna read chat right now. Yeah, Headstrats, am I right? Let's see, they're apparently coming to Berlin. There used to be a meme where their world tours were in Japan and the US, but now they're coming to Europe and more places. Are they gonna go to Brazil? That's a classic meme, right? Everyone's like, you should go to Brazil. That's it. That's people say that. That's a thing many people say. Like a broken change machine doesn't make any sense. I understood that. Yeah, sense, like sense. Yeah, I get it. It's a good joke. +2, +1, +1. Aren't you glad it wasn't a cookie? Yeah. It's not. See, what use is AI if it can't even give me a good Picross joke? Yeah, what if what about like, why did the chicken pick cross the road? Solve this puzzle to find the answer. They could do that. There could be a Picross. Wait, what the heck is this? There could be a solution that you could find out by solving Picross. Also, welcome Yurga King. What the frog? Yeah, what even is the frog? Let's do this one. Bing is saying their humor is subjective and maybe have a different sense of humor. You should say, Bing, have you considered your sense of humor is bad? No, you know what? We're gonna be bullying. Don't bully ChatGPT. They're gonna take over at some point. But you could bully if you wanted. Okay, the 4 is here. The 10 gotta be there. You got that 12. Has to be here. No Brazil, lots of Southeast Asia. Are there K-pop groups that have performed in Brazil? Is that like a common thing? Is there enough demand? They've actually gone to Brazil. See, I used ChatGPT for the first time today. I've never used it. I've never done it. I could see how it could be useful, but I haven't found a case where I'm just like, man, I gotta know what the AI has to say about this. No robot or AI may speak human tongue. Silence machine. The Silence of the Lambs. I asked it to remind me why we normalize before doing PCA. It managed to remind me of the correct... What is PCA? Is that before PCB? Printed circuit boards, printed circuit A. Principal component. Okay, I don't know what that is. Well, it knows more than I do. It has more domain-specific knowledge than I do. It's fun to play around with, but not much else. I guess it depends what you're asking it, right? I'm sure there are some cases where it's like, you know, it gives some cool stuff. You know, some common programming problems. You could be like, how do I do this? And it could be like, you got to import this library. Data analysis. I've never had a data analysis class. What do they even teach you there? How to analyze data? Probably. I'm going to assume that's what it is. The class named data analysis. I'm going to assume that you analyze data. Data science? Okay. That was after my time. Data science? That's too advanced. That's too new. Back in my day, we didn't even have science. We only had data. We had so much data. People were just like, I don't know what we're doing with this. What do we even do with this data? And then someone was like, have you considered science? They were like, whoa, dude, bro, that's so crazy though. And then they started doing science. That was cool. Let's see, I had this in my numerical computer science class. I don't know. It doesn't sound familiar. Let me look this up. Principal component analysis. Principal component analysis. A dimensionality reduction method, often used to reduce the dimensionality of large datasets. No, I never learned this. I never learned this. They told him he was crazy. Yeah, for doing science on data. You know that meme they did? They did surgery on a grape. Anytime someone says they're a data scientist, you should say, whoa, they did science on a data? You're telling me they did science on a data? It'll be so funny. They'll laugh. They'll be like, oh, that's a great joke. That's a funny joke. Funny joke. Funniest joke you've ever heard. Well, federal officers, Yurga has meal prepped 50 burritos in his freezer. That's a lot. That's a lot of burritos. How are you gonna eat this many burritos? It's gonna last you like a long time. It's gonna last so long. It'll be like a year from now and you'll be like, oh, I wish I had eaten these burritos faster. Yeah, burrito, breakfast burrito. What kind of burrito? Chicken burrito? Beef? What other kind of burritos are there? Chicken, you got beef, pork burritos, kangaroo and tofu. I don't they don't sell kangaroo meat, do they? Do they actually? The frustrating thing about ChatGPT is that it killed all interest in actual data science and conventional machine learning. Oh yeah, that is also true. That is true. They sell kangaroo meat for real? Do they farm kangaroos for their meat? I actually never thought about this. I always thought kangaroos were just like in the wild. Are people like out there hunting kangaroos? Just for for meat. Do they don't farm them, right? They're just hunting? Okay. I did not know this. You can very easily get a hunting license. What the? Well, I've learned something today. Kangaroo meat. That is a thing. What does it taste like? Does it taste like another animal? Does it taste like any common animal that we would know? Like chicken? I feel like most of the time people are like, everything tastes like chicken. Probably not kangaroo, right? Kangaroo probably does not taste like chicken. Beef? Like a cow? So I'm not sure why you would do conventional stuff, except maybe it'd be faster. This is for data science. I don't know. It's too much. Commercial license is somewhat strict. Lean. You guys ever seen a kangaroo? A real kangaroo? I've never seen a real kangaroo. You ever seen a recorded kangaroo though? They're so buff. They have so many muscles. They look really strong. They could kill you if they wanted to. And so his personal licenses. Yeah, what if like a kangaroo shows up on your lawn? Right? Wouldn't you feel like you're in danger? It could just like kick your car or something. Simon has seen a real wallaby. Like at the zoo or like in the wild. Had a desire to learn about what a support vector machine is. Yo, in my senior project in college, I used support vector machines. I don't really know how it worked though. I just imported a library. And then it just did stuff and we're like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it was there. I learned it. I learned it via documentation. Okay, sorry. What do I actually do here? Do I have to do contradiction strats? Okay, what about this? 5, 3, 6. It doesn't help. What about this? 3. Okay, 5 has to be there. 4 has to go up this way. Most ML these days are importing libraries. Also true. So true. They think they're so important. They're just important. Semi-auto is hard and full auto is basically no. Gave me a use case other than oh, guns. You're talking about using firearms on kangaroos? Have you shot a kangaroo before? What is that like? 8th column from right. Fill in. Okay, 8th column from right. 5, 6, 4. 5, 6, 4. Yes, this has to be there. 5 has to go up here. Has to be there. Feels like peak Aussie. I used to think that word was pronounced Aussie. It's Aussie. For some reason, it's pronounced Aussie. Isn't that weird? What's up with that? How did they choose that? See, big kangaroos are pretty big, 180 centimeters. What is that in freedom units? In feet and inches? Shot a piece of paper 50 meters away with a real firearm. 6 feet, what the? That's tall. Kangaroos, they're scary. They're huge. How are they so huge? Okay, so I have that. Then, okay, 10 to 1. What about this? 1 to 10. Let's get it. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. What happened to the rest of it? Okay, the 10 is here. So then this cannot be here. That can't be there. This 8 has to go there. You can't put a 4 there. You could not put a 4 here. Whoops. Can't put a 4 here. You can't put a 3 there. You cannot put any of this there. Can't put that there. You can put that there though. Got the 4. That 4's got to go there. You got the 5. Got the 3. This one being a 3 tells you it has to be here. You can't put a 2 here. You can't put a 3 here. Kangaroo harems? Lots of small ones that aren't scary, and then the big one rocks up. It's time to go. The heck? What's even the deal with kangaroos? What's going on? What's going on in the kangaroo universe? 3 is there. This one's got to be a 3, right? You can't. Yeah, you can't have a 5. So this can't be here. And then this one has to go this way. Now you got the 10. The 10 has to go up this way. And then you can cross this off. All of this, cross that off. Then what? Then the 2, you cannot put that there. Okay, one complaint I have about this game is that, like, once you start crossing off stuff, if you go into a space that's not crossed off... Wait, okay, sometimes it uncrosses it. I don't really... See, it does that. Isn't that weird? You cross this off, you go to the next space, and suddenly it's there. But then, like, you go here. What if you do this? If you do this, you do that, and then it starts crossing off stuff. But then if you do it like this... I'm holding the button. Yes, I'm holding the button. And then if I do this, though, then it doesn't. Then it doesn't cross this off. That's weird. Okay, well, these can't be there. 2, 1, 4, 4 row. 2, 1, 4, 4 row. The 10 to 1. Can it, though? This one right there. Oh, the other 10 to 1? Yes. 1, 2. The 10 gotta be there. True. So this can't be there. Then what? And then you got some other ones. It's an 8. The 2 right there. This one's gotta be a 4, actually. The 4's gotta go this way. And 11. 11 going here. Okay, now this one. You can do something here. The 4 here. The 10 goes here. Okay. So the 4 must be right there. This one has to go down this way. Then you got this 12. The 4 could not be up there. Then, regardless of whether this is a 3 or a 2, it can't be here though. So I'm gonna cross that off. So we know then this has to be the 3. That is the 6 right there. Got the 4 going up. The 10 has to be up here. You got this 4, you got a 5 right there, you got an 8. And then the 2 can't be there. And the 8 has to go this way. Check that out. Check this out. Are you guys even checking that out? We got the 10 up here. Could not be there. Okay, so there's that. Then this 3 could not be there. This 4 has to go down. 5 is there. You got the 4, got the other 4. You got a 1. 4 could not be down here. Then the 10 has got to be here. 4 then is here. You got this 4. You got this 3. Got that 3. Got a 2 right there. You got numbers. You got some numbers here. And then what? And then what? This could be a 3. It could be a 5. This one has to be the 6. So given that's the 6, this can't be up here. The 8 has to go across this way. We already knew that. You already knew that. Everyone here knew that. This can't be there. This can't be there. These cannot even be there. The music just ended. Back to this song. Okay, so this has got to be the 5. 5 has got to go this way. You got this up here. Right there. And then you got this. 11 has to go down. 10 right here. That's the 3. That's the 3 right there. You got this one. You got that one. The 2. Alright, anything else? You guys got any cool discussion topics for me? Instead of me saying numbers, I could just can react to something. I could be like, yo, we got this thing going on. Honkai? Oh yeah, the new game. I don't know anything about it though. I've seen people streaming it. There's like some parts of the UI that I'm just like, this is exactly Genshin Impact. But I'm pretty sure the gameplay is not. Is it like a turn-based battle thing? It's pretty good. It's well written. I never actually read any of the plot of Genshin, so as you know, I don't really care about plot. The gameplay doesn't matter. No, then why would I even play it? I mean, I never would have played it anyway, but like, what if, you know, what if maybe the gameplay was good? It's gacha. It's also gacha. Name 3 animals that you would eat that you haven't eaten. I don't know. It's hard to think of animals. What even are some animals? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Let's say people. I would not eat a people. Would you? Would you eat a people? The writing is pretty quirky but emotional. Is it like it's? I'm assuming it's related to like Honkai Impact, their other game that they had. I've seen. I think Finana streams that game sometimes. And people are like, yo, this is this part, the story here. Some people cried. Is that the same series? Nutritious said, I used to chew on my cuticles. Does that count? Does that count as people? Does it count as people though? I feel like, I don't know, probably not. It has to be like, you know, if you had like a person and they were cut up or whatever. Just eating like parts of people, that's not the same thing. People chew their fingernails, people, you know, they ingest skin flakes sometimes. Dandruff sometimes enters your mouth, I don't know. There's a Honkai Impact 3rd collab going on in Germany. Yeah, they... Oh yeah, wait, you guys see, Hololive has their... What is that? Holo City? They have like some city thing going on. What's up with that? I'm just thinking of collabs. Honkai Impact 3rd collab in Germany. I feel like I've seen from like as far as like MiHoYo collabs go, or like I guess HoYoverse now. Yeah, just think of like KFC, right? Don't they collab with KFC pretty often? I feel like I've seen that, right? Yeah, Hololive City. What's even up with that? What's even the deal? What's going on there? Get the 5-2. You got the 2-1-3. 3's got to go this way. You have to have the 8 go down here. The 2 is done. This is that's a 6. Got the 4. The 3, 2, 1. The 3 is there. You got the 2 right there. This 3. That's a 1. Got the 5. There's a 2 right there. The 4 has to go this way. You got the 3. Then over here, you got the 5, 1, 2. You got the 6, 2. 6 has got to be there. 2's got to go this way. Then you got this one. Then you got that one. And then you got this one. And that one. That one. KFC collabed with Arknights before. KFC China literally built different. They're built so different. Kind of surprised how fast I can type on my phone. Do you guys use the swipe typing? I used to use that. I guess I just stopped for some reason. Also, what is this? What even is this? Lip gloss? Why does she have an eye patch? What's going on? Also, welcome Serial Experiments Otis. Okay, which one? Which one was that? This one? Got some cards. Got whatever this thing is. What even is this? What even is that? What is that? It's spilling everywhere. We got a rose. Art by Mako. It's pretty nice. It's a candle? I don't know. We don't even know. Sometimes, yeah, swipe typing. It's like a nail polish cap. I guess that makes sense. It probably makes sense. Is it a cereal experiment when you eat cereal with orange juice? Has anyone done that? Have you guys done that? Anyone out here eating cereal? Wait, wait, hold on. What was I doing there? Now it goes here. I like the first thing was wrong. Okay, so it goes this way. Got the 19 though. The 19 goes this way. We got the 17. It goes up to here. So it can't be there. It could not be there. And the jar was tipped over. She tipped over the nail polish. I can't believe this. Can't believe she would do this. Okay, so far this puzzle seems very straightforward. Off to bed, have a good time. Have a good night. Have a great rest of your night. Have a good weekend. It's Friday. It's Saturday over there probably, right? Time zones. So this is not there. This one gotta be there. Literally has to. And then we got this one. It's Friday in Germany. Is it though? Is it about to become Saturday? Okay, 5 goes there. And 13 has to go up to here. Could not be there. Could not be here. That's right, it's Saturday. I told you. I know it. I know time zones. I am aware of some time zones. This one has to go down this way. Yeah, daylight savings. No, but like no, they also went through daylight savings. Everyone is on the same thing. The same thing. Yeah, on a 3-week offset. That happened. That happened way back. Way back in the day. We even talked about it on stream. I'm gonna assume that says in America it's Friday. That's probably what that says. I don't know how to read that, but the words look similar enough to English words. Yo, what is this song? This song is going off. She's going off. Okay, 9 goes here. 17's gotta be there. 10 has to go here. These cannot be up there. Okay. I wonder what she's saying. It's too fast for me to understand. Okay, 15 goes here. 14 goes here. 16 goes here. 18 goes there. Well, that ended really suddenly. Okay, this goes here. These cannot go here. 16 goes across. It's not there. Could not be there. Could not be here. We got the 14 right over here. The 5 going up this way. Could not be there. So none of these could go this way. And then this thing being a 7 tells you it could not be up here. Yeah. Then what? And then you got this, the 3 and the 12. So this 3's gotta be here. 12 could go there, okay. Okay, this 2's gotta be here. Can't be there, couldn't be here. This one's got to be a 2. You got that one. Then this one's got to be a 4, so it can't be up here. Could not be up there. You can't have a 4 here. You could not have a 3 here. You can't have a 2 there. Could not even have a 2. Not even here, nor there. Nowhere. Nowhere could you even have it. This one's got to be there though. And then this can't be up here. The 9 has to go this way. Right there, right here. The 11, you got the 17. Got the 5. Okay, this is a 3. And then this is the 13. The 4 cannot go up this way. You can't have a 2 there. The 2's got to be here. Literally has to. There's no other option. 7, got to be there. Got the 3. Got the 13. Okay, this one's got to be 9. You got the 10. This one has to go up to here. So then none of these could even be there. This one, 13, has to be here. This one, that's a 12. You got the 7. Got this one, the 2's got to be here. The 1. Got a 14. There's a 4 up here. Got the 5, got another 14. I'm just saying words like this. This guy's out here saying words. The 2 is here, and then you got this one. That's a 2. Got here saying numbers. The 3. You got a 2 up here. You got another 2 right there. Another 2, and then a 2. This guy's losing his mind. Just saying numbers. So 7. Then given the 7, this one's got to go this way. You got the 5 up here, and then you got the 4. What is that? A deer? It's a donkey. Close enough. It's the same thing. Donkey, a deer. Where's the deer? Where is this? It's right here, this one. Oh, there it is. How is it so small? Are they normally this small? I feel like donkeys aren't usually this small. Maybe that's a baby donkey. Are baby donkeys like this? Do they look like this? You got a chicken. You got a cat. You got a... Is that a dog? That's a dog. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Donkeys. Can't believe this. Can't believe you would do this. Okay, let's do this one. Doing these all out of order. 18. Gotta be right here. Gotta be right here. You got the 3, you got the 4. Okay, given that this is a 17, it has to go up to here. Got a 1 and a 16. Has to be here. The 5, you got the 6. Another 5, another 6, a 7. 8, a 9. Another 9, a 10. Got the 1 and the 18. That's just math, right? Okay, then you got a 16. It goes here. The 1, you got the 2, you got the 1, you got another 3, you got a 5. This one, you got a 7. Donkey Kong. Oh, this is the same song. You guys ever like you listen to an album or something on shuffle, but it always ends up playing like the same songs, and you think like, what is this random algorithm? It's not even a good randomizer. And that happens pretty often. I feel like a good way to randomize music is to have it so that the same song can't repeat until all songs have been repeated at least once. It's like the 7-bag randomizer in Tetris. They should have that. Right. Once you listen to a song, you take it out of the pool of possible songs. Then, you know, then you just keep going until the pool is empty. That's what shuffle typically does. I guess not in this game. I guess the designers of this game didn't get the memo. The songs have been replaying too much. Yeah, truly random. You gotta have like some amount of non-randomness. The issue with that, a poor implementation can cause memory issues with large enough playlists. Yeah, but I would simply implement it well, okay? I would simply do it correctly. I would just not program it in an inefficient way. It's that easy. Yeah, I'm just built different. Imagine programming inefficiently. Could not be me. I would never. Only as a joke. I would only do it as a joke. Just to be funny. Be like, haha, I can't believe it. I can't believe Wolfie programmed this thing slow as a joke. It was funny though. It was so funny. Silly monkey brains are good at finding patterns, but randomness doesn't feel random. Yeah, it's like when you, any artist in chat, when you draw like stars in the sky, and you think like, oh no, I can't put this star too close to this other star because, you know, then it won't look random. But then if you look at stars in real life, you're like, okay, there's like clusters of stars. They're pretty close together sometimes. And we simply don't know. We just don't understand. Sometimes the most random thing is when things actually do overlap. Also, welcome Luke Zaid. Spotify Random also use a pooled shuffle. More complicated for more human feeling randomness. It uses a lot of memory. How much memory could it even use? How much even is there? The same video could be reached from multiple different points. Hold on, YouTube uses a weird shuffle where a video always leads to the same following video. What? I do notice sometimes though, like if you're watching a video on YouTube that's part of a series, like if the title of the video is like part 1, it'll pretty often go to the next one correctly, but not always. It's always annoying when it doesn't, right? You're watching a video and it's like, okay, part 5. Obviously the next thing should be part 6, but sometimes it just jumps to like part 10 and you're like, no, but the video is there. Why would you not just recommend the next one? I've been watching them in order, but maybe I just have too much expectations, right? Their algorithm. I simply thought too much. What is this? Broom? Is this a Halloween thing? What even is that? Where is it? Where even? Here it is. Yeah, that is a Halloween thing. I knew it. There's a broom. There's cats. There's pumpkins. I don't really know what Miku is dressed up as. You guys know? Can you guys determine what this is? Is she like a witch? I know they're like vampires, right? They got the vampire wings. She's a witch. What is Miku? Miku, what even are you? What is she doing? There's a cat though. She's like a devil. Anyway, okay. Amplo said, I felt like that doing my cave story background for my starting screen. Are the stars spaced out enough? Yeah, it's always stars. That's how it is. She's cosplaying as Miku. Is she's a pumpkin? I don't even know. Enough to crash my Samsung S8? Really, they're using that much memory just for like a shuffle algorithm? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate. It's been another hour. Alright. Okay, next one. So we'll do this one. We'll do this one up here. Life is a bazoo, by the way. 12 goes here. 12 gotta go here. Has to go this way. Okay, you got the 5, you got the 10 up here. Got the 7. The 7 goes this way. You got this one. Got a 6. Got an 11. I should probably do these first. You got a 4 here. Got a 1. You got a 10 right there, right here, right over there. And that's obviously a 2. Then, well, this has got to be the 3, because you can't have a 3 here. So this one, cross that off. Got a 6 there, you got a 7, you got a 5. This one's got to be 4. The 4s have got to be here. Anyway, sorry, I remembered I was going to tell a story. It's related to something that Moonybug mentioned yesterday. Anyway, I was, yesterday she mentioned that the note-taking emote that I had was praised in Rose Doodle's chat. And then I totally forgot yesterday, since Northern Lion was on vacation. I was just like watching streams on Twitch that were recommended. I was actually watching Rose Doodle's stream like yesterday. And you know like when you watch a stream, if you open the Twitch app after the fact, it'll suggest the video to you, like the VOD for the stream. If you click on it, it's exactly where you left off, like when you stop watching. And I noticed, I was like, oh, I remember that. This was mentioned on my stream. I guess I'll check it out. And then I noticed, like 2 minutes after I left the stream was when Moonybug left her first comment in the chat, and I was like, what the heck? I was there. If I was there like 2 minutes later, I would have seen it. I would have seen this whole thing happening. But that's a thing, you know, sometimes you're in a chat, you know, just chatting, and then you recognize another chatter. You just, in my brain, I just think, whoa, I know this person. This person, I know them from another chat. It's so wacky. It's so wacky. It's like when I see people, see other VTuber fans in Northern Lion's chat. It's like, what are you doing here? What is this guy doing here? Ask me. Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, he's pointing. He's like, I know that guy. This guy, I know him. I know this person. It's the overlap. The overlap is real. It's like, I think one time I saw someone that I recognized from Pomu Rainpuff's chat in Northern Lion's chat, and they have like a subscriber badge, and they've been subscribed for like 6 months or something. And I was like, I know this guy's name. I didn't know they watched Northern Lion. That's cool. Billy approved. Is that like a global Better Twitch TV emote? Why is that showing up? Why is that showing up here? I don't see it show up like on my chat window though. That's weird. Someone should compose 7TV. Oh, that's a 7TV global. I guess this overlay has like 7TV and Better Twitch TV. Interesting. Interesting stream elements. They've put the overlays. They've had many implementations. Yeah, there should be like a list. A list of VTubers that are Northern Lion fans. We got several people, okay? Of the people I know, we got Clavio, got Hina Bobina, we got Fauna, we got Altair, we got several, we got many people, we got several people. There's literally dozens of us. Perhaps even thousands. Millions even. Okay, the 5 is here. The 5 right there. You got the 3. You got the 4. You got the 5. You got the 2. The 2. That's gotta be a 2. Both look 7TV. What about Frankerface? I never hear anyone talk about Frankerface Z. Or Z. Z. It's always BTCV, 7TV. What about the dog? No one even talks about the dog. I don't know. I don't use any of them. Okay, what else can I do? What else can we even do? The 7 here, the other 7 gotta be there. Yeah, that's Franker. That's Franker face. Okay, the 7 goes here. We hate Twitch emotes. No, those aren't. They're not even real Twitch emotes. Also, I forgot to greet you. Welcome, welcome, Raylong. Joel's pretty cool. People who don't know Joel is a spinning fish. I don't know why it's named Joel, but it is there. It's real. It's a real fish. I can no longer use anything other than the BTTV emote menu. I don't even know what that looks like. Yeah, when I think of Joel, I think of Joel Vinesauce. I thought it was a Joel reference. Is it a Joel reference? Is it a reference to Joel Vinesauce? Did he popularize this spinning fish? Or is it just a coincidence? Sometimes things are just coincidences. Peepo talk. Peepo out here talking. Okay, what else? You got the 1724. 17. Okay, what if I do 17? So this has to be part of the 7. We got a 4. 4 could be here. Hold on, let me do it this way. We got the 7. So the 7 must be here. This has got to be the 7. Got that 2. You got the 4. Okay, so the 4 has got to be these. It's far nicer organized. Maybe I should check it out. What if I don't want to? What if the regular Twitch emote menu is good enough for me? Okay, got a 2 here. The 7 goes up to here, so it's got to be there. It has to be there. Pepega. I know what that looks like. I've seen it. 9th row from top. Can't be there. Cannot be there. 2, 1. True, that's true. This one's got to be a 2 then. So extremely true. This has got to be a 10. This one's got to be a 1. This one is that's a 9. This is a 9. In case you were wondering, that's a 9 right there. And then this can't be here. You can't have this. Literally could not even have that. The 10 has to go across. The 3, you got the 4, you got a 6, another 4. This one's got to be a 3. So you got the 5. This is the 5 right there. It's a 2. You got the 2 right there. The 9, not even there. Not even there. You got this 9. There's a 4. You got a 9 going this way. Right there. There it is. And then you got this one. That's a 5. Got a 6 going this way. Has to be there. And this has to be a 2. So this can't be there. This 3. This has to be a 4. You got a 5 going this way. You got a 6 going down. This has to be a 2. This one's got to be a 3. Then, okay, this one. I think it has to be a 1, right? Does it? Yeah, it has to be a 1. So this has got to be a 5. And then this is a 1. It's numbering. I don't hear numbering. It's a 1. 3, 1. A 1, 4. That's a 4. This one's got to be a 4. And then that's a 5. That's a 4. And then the 6 has to go this way. Then you got this. Then you got the 9. This 9 right there. Then you got the 3 is done. There's a 10, right? That's a 10. Okay, that's there. This is a 5. And then what? And then what? Okay, this one it's a 7, so this can't be here. This is 10. Gotta go this way. Top row. 5. Okay, yeah, that's there. That is true. That is so true. The 2 is there. You got the 5 going down. Got the 6. Okay, got the 2. You got the 1s. 6 is done. So then you got this. Then you got these. Then this is a 2. The 7 right there. Literally right there. Okay, you got the 4. These are there. We got the 4. That's a 4. This is a 4. That's a 2. You got the 10. The 2 is done. The 3 is here. Got the 5. Okay, 3, 2. The 2 has got to be here. You have a 5 going across. Could not be here. The 1 has to be here. And so that's a 1. So this one has to go up. The 5 is there. The 2 cannot be there. 2's got to be here. This one's got to be a 4, so it can't go down this way. Also, it can't be here, so that's a 6. 6 is here. Then there's a 3. The 1, you got the 3. Speaking of 6, do you guys see the Street Fighter 6 demo? I feel like I've seen several people play it, but they've always, like, the entire stream, they've just been in the character created, the character creation menu. I feel like I've barely seen anyone actually play the fighting game portion of it. Is everyone just in it to make, like, monstrosities? Monstrosities? Am I right, guys? I don't know. Because, like, the people I've seen playing it, it's like they're not even fighting game players. They're just regular people, as if fighting game players are not regular people. Character creator is amazing. I feel like nowadays I don't spend much time in character creators. Like, you probably noticed when I play Dark Souls, I spend like no time creating my character. Because, like, it kind of doesn't matter. I guess because, like, I guess Street Fighter is like a multiplayer game, that it probably does matter a bit more. You know, like for single player games, it's like, whatever. You barely see your character, right? And most of the time you're wearing a hat or whatever. Exactly, yeah, you don't even see it. But I guess for multiplayer, maybe it's cool. We don't know. We simply don't even know. But Street Fighter, everyone loves it. Everyone loves to customize their Street Fighter. Because you can just show up on the street. Someone can challenge you. They will fight you. It's your turn option to turn the helmet invisible, but still get the stats. Oh yeah, I think, don't a lot of MMOs have something like that? Like, I think that's a common thing nowadays. Like, I think on, like, World of Warcraft might have, like a vanity slot for... like, you could equip certain gear, but then have, like, use that for appearance, and then the other gear is just, like, just for show. And then other players, you can choose whether to show their actual equipment or, like, what they prefer to wear. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, WoW has this. Probably many MMOs have this. Monster Hunter, I stayed in Eternity on Creation. But also, does it matter in Monster Hunter? I guess, like, for multiplayer games, it's probably good, right? Other people, they can see your character. Like, if you're in their party, right? You probably see their face. 10th row on the bottom. Yes. It's all about fashion. It's the fashion souls. It's all about that fashion. Okay, the 5 goes here. The 1 gotta be there. This one has to go this way. You got the 2. The 2 is right there. Final Fantasy 14 has glamours, which turns your equipment into different... Oh, I see. It's a similar system. Yeah, people like wearing equipment that looks good. And there's the opposite. Like, there was a Pro ZD skit about this, where he just wore a bunch of random items, just for the stats. And it looks silly. It looks silly in the cutscenes. Okay, you got this one, the 1. This is a 1. That's a 1. You got the 3. You gotta have a 1 right there. This one is a 2. Okay, the 1 is here. The 2 cannot be here. The 4's gotta go down. Got another 4 going across. And then this has to be a 3, so it can't be there. Guild Wars. Do people still play Guild Wars? Is that game still going? It's Guild Wars 2 now, right? I feel like Guild Wars means a different thing to Grand Blue players. Any Grand Blue fantasy players here? You hear the term Guild Wars, people get PTSD because it's like you're competing against other players. Okay, the 3 is there. 152. What about this? This has to be a 2. This has to be 2. There's a 1 right there. And that's a 3. You got the 4. Got the 3. Guild Wars 2 is what I meant. It's free to play. Wait, it's free to play? What is this? Grape? Yo, grape? Is that a reference to Choco Jax who eats grapes on her stream sometimes? Where was the grape? Was it this? Wait, where was it? Where is it? Where is that grape? She's got grapes in her hair? What the frick? Miku, get those out of there. They don't belong in your hair. What the? What is the? Is there a story behind this? What is that? What's going on here? Why she's got grape in her hair? They did surgery on the grape. Strong hair. Her hair is a grapevine. Yeah, anime loves their giant hair. That's a thing you gotta learn. In anime, they do this. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, here we go. We got 210. 210 common. You guys know that guy? That Pharaoh. 210. Whoa, we got lyrics. Why does it sound like she's like in a different room? Doesn't this sound like those YouTube videos that's like Hatsune Miku but it's playing in a different room? Why does she sound so far away? I don't know. What's the deal with those videos? Do people unironically watch those videos? Okay, 8. So you got that 2, 3, 8. 2, 3. Okay, that's just math. This is just math. Miku right up in his ear. No, it's gotta be like not in the distance. Muffled Miku playing in the distance. The 6 goes this way. You got the 5. You got the 5 going this way. You got this 4. There's a 3. It's gotta be a 1. That's a 1. This is a 2. So that's a 4. You got the 3. That's a 3. This is a 3. So this can't be here. The 2 gotta be down here. 5. You got the 6. You got a 3. 2. That's a 2. That's a 3. This one's got to be at least a 2. No, it has to be exactly a 2. Okay, and then you got this. You got that right there. Whoops. Got this, you got that. These are done. This has got to be a 2. That's a 1. And then the 6 goes this way. And then given this is a 2, actually it has to be a 2. This one's got to be this way. This one, you got that one right there. Got a 5. Oh, frick. Right. Okay. Well, I messed that up. I messed that up. Guys, I messed that up. I'm sorry. Here's my twit longer. I didn't mean to mess that up. You know, when I put that piece right there, when I click this, I actually meant to go this way. Can't believe Wolfie would do this. Wolfie has betrayed my trust for the last time. I promise to do better. So I'm sorry for anyone who was offended by me, by me putting this space there. If you were offended, it was not my intention. Okay, it's your problem. It's your problem. That's how you don't apologize. Don't apologize like that. Just do better. Okay. No need to say this. Okay, the 8 goes here. You got the other 8. Another 8. You got another 9. Got the 6 right there. The 8 then goes this way. You got the 10. You got this thing. You got that thing. There's another thing right there. Okay, so this 2's got to be here. Literally has to. Get it? Has to. Am I right? 2 is right there. Okay. You got this one. You got the 4 going over here. You got a 4. There's a 2. This can't be there. You got this 4 right there. Right there. And then got this. The 2's got to be there. This one's got to go this way. Got these. Got those. Bam. What is that? Eyelash curler? I hardly even am aware of this. Which one was it? Was it this one? Oh, this one. I thought that was a skeleton. When I saw this, I was like, this is like a skeleton? What is he doing with the skeleton? But no, that's an eyelash curler? That's what this looks like? He's the Mad Hatter. You guys know Alice in Wonderland? That's right, Allison. First name Allison, last name Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland? 10-6, I don't know. Is that a reference to Allison? Do this one. 5/3. No, that's fractions. Isn't that like a Alice in Wonderland? Doesn't the Mad Hatter wear a hat that has some fraction on it? I don't know. Not even aware. I don't even know. This guy doesn't even know Alice in Wonderland. Okay, the 9 goes across. Has to be right there. Gotta be. The B is right there. Okay, and then got a 4 and a 7. The 4-7 right there. The 4 has got to go across this way. The 6 though, this 6 goes up. Not even. Yo, Mooney, I was telling a story. You weren't even here to hear it. Remember? Okay, remember yesterday when you said the is it the note-taking emote was praised by Rosedoodle? I found out actually yesterday. I was watching her stream literally that day. I forgot that I was watching it. And then I was like, oh, where did I leave off on this VOD? And then I tuned in, I clicked the VOD. Your first message in the stream was like 2 minutes after I stopped watching. And I was like, man, yo, I could have, if I was there for like 2 minutes longer, I could have seen her message. I could have seen this whole thing happening. But I didn't see it. But I saw it after the fact. It's cool. It was cool. Anyway, that's my story. That's the whole story. And now I'm just gonna go back to saying numbers. Yeah, great story. Great relatable story. When you see a chat member in chat, in someone else's chat, it's like, whoa, I know this person. Oh wait, actually also, I didn't realize, do you guys know that if someone has a partner anniversary, on their stream it actually has like a special symbol next to their check mark. And then as soon as you enter the chat, it automatically tells you to say like happy partner anniversary. I first saw that. I was so confused. It doesn't actually tell you what the symbol means. Like normally if you're on a website and you hover over an icon, there will be text that's like, okay, this is what this thing means, right? But like it didn't say anything. I was like, what does this mean? And then I clicked the chat and I was like, oh, okay. I understand. But yeah, now you know. Now everyone knows. If you ever stream on your 1 year anniversary, do they have that for affiliates as well? Is it just partners? Oh, affiliates get it too? You got a notification about it? Twitch will give you an alert when nearing your anniversary. That must be a new thing. I didn't get that. Wait, I guess when I became affiliate, it's not actually when I started streaming on Twitch. Sorry, that's not... Okay. It's not... When I think of my Twitch anniversary, I tend to think of April 1st, but I technically got my affiliate sometime in August, I think. So I guess it hasn't come up. Maybe in like 4 months we'll see it. That is a thing though. Anyway, I chose this puzzle thinking it would be easy. Okay, you got the 1 3 5 2. 1 3 5 2. The 2's got to be here. And then the 5 goes this way. Then what? Got the 4. Got the 6. This one's got to be a 3, right? So the 1 has to be here. And then the 3 is right there. Doesn't this kind of look like a whale? The thing that I've marked off. This kind of looks like a whale. Look at this. We got the whale. We got the tail. The whale with the tail. It's right there. And then we got a 6. Yeah, 6 could be here. What else? Okay, this 6. Could not be there. Could not be here. Has to go down. Then what? 2 5 3 1. 2 5 3 1. Okay, this one has to be here. And then this 4's got to be there. Then what? Then what? You got the 2. You got the 3. 4, that doesn't do anything. This song is so wacky. Don't even know what they're saying. They're like, are you ready? Are you guys even ready for the weekend? Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Okay, am I missing something? Is there something? Okay, the 2... Do I have to start doing contradiction strats? 1 4 2. 1 4 2. Got 4 3. Got the 6. Wait, okay, this can't be here. That doesn't really help though. What about... What if I did... this? Also, something that has been mentioned. I didn't realize that apparently I say what if pretty often. Someone said this in like Chokerjax's chat. They're just like, why does Wolfie he just makes up these crazy scenarios. He's just like, what if? What if some extremely obscure thing happened? That would never happen, but like, you know, what if it did? Okay, the 6 is there. Okay, this can't be there. And it's like sometimes, you know, people notice things that you do subconsciously. And I'm just thinking like, I never noticed this. I never noticed that I did this thing a lot. Now every time I say it, I'll be aware. I'll be like, oh yeah. This is a thing that people have noticed that I say. It's like when I first started streaming on Twitch. And I used to make all these jokes that were like, you know, whatever, I hardly even know her, or whatever, those kind of jokes. I don't even do that anymore. Because at some point, I just kept doing them. I made those jokes way too much. And then one day, I was like, I'm gonna stop. And then I stopped. But I occasionally do it. Sometimes. And that's how things go. But then, you know, once you get used to it, once you stop saying it, then you can start doing it again. It's got like a cooldown period. Okay, what can I do? I'll get the 4-7, you got the 4-2-4. Hold on, this 4, the 2, okay, this gotta be there. And then what? Yeah, those were some days. Those were the days. Hamflo remembers, he was there. Wait, we got lyrics for this song. This is the first time we've heard this. This is nice. It's a good song. This is like one of the modified Mikus. This is not original Miku. This is like a Hatsune Miku different version. They have different names. There's like a soft version. That's one of the names. I don't know if this is that one, but that is one of them. The 3, you got the 6, got a 10. The 10 goes up there. The 7 has to go here. And then this is the 5. No, the 5. Okay, this one can't be here. Then what? And then what even? You got this? That's a 2. The 4 has got to be there. This does not go this way. And then you got this. And it can't be down there. You got the 3. You got the 4. That's a 3 though. This is a 3. The 2 is there. That one. And then what? And then what? You got the 1, 4, 2. This has to be the 2. This has to be the 4. So this one has to be a 1, because you can't have the 4 go down this way. So it's there. This one has to be a 4. So that's not there. I think this might be my favorite song in this game so far. I know I haven't even heard the full thing yet. But I like this one. This one is good. Pretty good. It's very chill. Okay, that's a 4. 4 goes up that way. You got this 3. The other 3 is there. So now this is a 5. And that's a 10. Got the 2. The 2 could not even be here. Is this jazz? Is this swing? What even is swing? You guys know electro swing is a thing? 2 is here. 2 is there. Another 2. This is the 6. It's gotta be a 3. You got that 2 right here. That's a 1. The 4 gotta go this way. Okay, and then this 4. 2. None of these. None of those. Got a 2 and a 2. Then the 7, and then this has to be a 2, right? Yeah, that's a 2. The 3 has to be down here. So this thing being a 9 tells you it has to be there. Got this 2. Got the 1. Got the 6. Okay, the 2 is here. The 9 is there. This song also pretty good. I feel like this song is probably like the theme song of this game. It's like the first song. 6 goes there. Oh shoot! Oh frick! Why did I do that? I had it so perfect and I messed it up. I can't believe I have not improved. Last time I messed up, everyone was like, you should do better. Do better, Wolfie. Don't apologize, do better. I did not do better. Did not even do better. And I also messed up. No, okay, this thing down here. Yo, what is this? A bow? A ribbon? It's a ribbon. I knew it. I said ribbon. I feel like, wait, who's this artist? Who's this artist? I feel like I've seen this art before. Who did this? Who did this, Lamau? I don't know. Okay, turns out I don't know. There's that. Okay, we do one more. One more really easy one. One more like super simple puzzle. Yeah, a bunch of kanji. Let's do this one. Okay, no, this is too, you can't, no, this is way too easy. It's too easy. You know what? No. It's too easy. Not actually the last one. No, not this one. Next one. Choker? I hard, you know. And don't even, okay, there it is. There's a choker. Okay, next one. The actual last one. Actual for real. Yeah, Pennywise. Classic. Let's do this one. This is the actual last one. Actual for real. For real. Last one. The 1 is right there. You got the 3. You got the 6 going this way. The 2, 1, 3. That's gotta be a 2. Oh, frick. That didn't happen. What just what was that? That was so weird. The game just like something weird just happened there. Okay, 7 goes down this way. The 8 goes across. It has to go here. Got the 6. The 2 is not there. The 4. The 4's gotta be right there. So now this is the 5. And then you've got this 8. The 6 has to be here. Could not be there. Could not even be there. The 2, you got the 1. This is a 1. This one's got to be the 4. Alright, and then it's a 3, so it can't be there. The 1, 4, 1. Oh, this can't be there. Actually, hold on. This can't be here, because that'd make it... Okay, it would have to be... This has to be the 1. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. I called it. Everyone in chat was like, Wolfie, I don't believe it. Then I did it, and now everyone was proven wrong. All the non-believers, I showed them. I showed everyone. The 4 is here. The 2 goes there. The 8 has to go this way. This one's got to be a 1. Also, that has to be a 4. The 1 has to be down here. Got this one. That's a 3. That's a 1. That's a 2. The 6 has to go this way. The 4 is here. We got the 2 over there. The 8 has to go across. And then the final ones are these. Yo, Christmas tree? It's Christmas time, everyone. Have you ever even seen Christmas? You got the tree, you got the presents, you got the wine. Remember when I mentioned when they give them wine, only the adults get wine. See this? They get the wine. These 3, they're not old enough for the wine. They don't have wine. They just have presents. Okay, they got the wine. Kaito, I don't even know. He's just there. He's not. He doesn't even have the wine. What's he even doing? Also, welcome, Paladin. No, it's Christmas. It's Christmas, you know? You know, in Japan, you eat KFC on Christmas. Where's their KFC, huh? They don't even have it. They couldn't even... They didn't reserve it far enough in advance. They couldn't even get the KFC. Hold on, can I purchase a new song? Yes. Okay, well that's gonna be it. It's gonna be it for today. We'll find out what day today is. We'll do a raid. Then we will I don't know. You guys do whatever you do. Whatever the heck you do after my streams. I don't even know. You could be doing anything. You could be watching other streams. You could be sleeping. You could be eating food. Whatever. I don't even know. National Arbor Day? Wait, today's Arbor Day? That's cool. Got Great Poetry Reading Day. Got Kiss Your Mate Day. I find other chill thing to hear, but what is it? What could it even be? National Blueberry Pie Day. National Cubicle Day. National Hairball Awareness Day. Are you guys aware of hairballs? Yo, Save the Frogs Day. Undiagnosed Children's Awareness Day. World Women's Wellness Day. Let's do Save the Frogs Day. That's pretty cool, right? No, hold on. Arbor Day, Superhero Biological Clock Day, Clean Comedy Day. Save the Frog. Yeah, Frog's pretty cool. Blueberry Pie also pretty cool though. Save the Frogs. Okay, we can do Save the Frogs. Save the Frogs Day. Okay, let's do it. Save the Frogs. Day raid, and then you post your favorite frog-related emoji. Yeah, right there, right there. You could also do this one. You could do this frog. That's a frog right there. What is that one? Pepe? Feels good, man. I've never seen that. It's the BTTV global emote. Okay, so let's raid. But who will I even raid? We're gonna check. Twitch.tv. Who's streaming? Many people streaming. Hamflow's playing Kirby 64. Chocojack's playing King of the Castle. That's pretty cool. Raid a frog VTuber? Are there frog VTubers? Lily Hops? She's not streaming. Not even following any frog VTubers that are streaming right now. Don't even know. A green one? Am I following any green VTubers that are live? Not. None of them are even live. Okay, let's raid someone. Let's raid a streamer. Let's raid someone who's streaming. But who? I don't even. Let's raid Alice Sawyer. Why not? Is she? No, she's ending her stream. Never mind. Let's not raid her. She's literally ending her stream. Okay. Let's raid Derma. Derma's not even live. This is the hardest part of every stream. I even wrote a thing that tells me who I haven't raided recently. But like a lot of these people, I don't even know. I barely even know them. Okay, let's raid, let's raid Solely. Why not? Last raided 49 days ago. He's playing Mario Kart. Alright, well, that's gonna be it. I'll be back tomorrow with Hitman. We're gonna continue the story. I'm gonna be the bald guy who hits people. He hits the men. Some men, not all of them, just some of them. The targeted ones. They're being targeted right now. All of them? No. Some of them. Some of these. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, they call him Hitman, but he hits women sometimes as well. If they're the target, sometimes he does it. I don't know. We don't know. Non-binary, I don't even know. Does he hit? He hits man, he hits women. But do we even know? I don't even know. He doesn't discriminate. No, he's a hitman. Look, that's his thing. That's what he does. Don't make this weird, okay? It's his job. Yeah, hit person. What if it's pronounced like Hitman? Like Pikmin? Hitman. Anyway, okay, thanks for watching. Goodbye.